private aviation is a big world. And so you have to ask yourself, well, is Jettly really just a charter broker, or are they an operator? Are they like Wheels Up? Is this a fractional ownership kind of a deal? Justin explains how they fit into the industry. And one of the interesting parts is when you're using Jettly as a third party, it opens up opportunities for empty legs and savings because you're not tied to a specific operator. I imagine you have a couple of competitors, or people will try to compare you to Wheels Up, NetJets, and then basically operators themselves and charter brokers. How do you fit into the market?
We touched a little bit on the broker model and the nuances with working with that. We fit in between first-class commercial and the NetJets of the world. You know, we don't really compete with NetJets in a sense. That clientele is different. They have substantial flight needs throughout the year. You know, an existing aircraft owner, for example, when their aircraft is in annual inspection or otherwise down for maintenance, that's a really good customer for us. They could use Jettly and the network as supplemental lift, maybe a smaller aircraft or something that's going to get into a smaller, shorter strip that's not sufficient for their larger aircraft. We see that quite often. You know, like I said, first-class commercial travelers, very easy to ascend them up to private travel. Without the, you know, the expense of getting into a program such as NetJets, where you're purchasing a 16th of an aircraft, it could be millions of dollars down up front and hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, you know, where they're more geared to customers and travelers that are flying 100 hours plus per year. We fit nicely between 10 and 75 hours is our sweet spot. So people can come on demand, book a flight, not pay any brokerage fees. You pay a small booking fee or a membership fee depending on the type of traveler that you are. But that really is the main difference between us and brokers. You know, on the operator side, customers can surely go to the operators directly. You may have to call 5 different operators at one airport and hope that you can find an aircraft that's available. The other side of the coin is Jettly's network. We tap into the scheduling systems of the operators. We know where their aircraft are coming to. And if you're flying out of, you know, New York, Teterboro, for example, on July 11, and there's an aircraft that happens to be flying in on July 11, that could be a really great opportunity for the customer to capture a great deal. Where they would be normally flying that aircraft back to its base as an empty leg.
I always tell people where charter makes the most amount of sense is if you're flying less than 100 hours a year. And so Jettly has created tier programs to help you, whether you're flying 5 hours a year up to 50 or 100 hours a year. There's a way to make it as cost effective as possible, as Justin explains.
Three programs typically, and it really is based on the amount of travel that people are flying. Or typically needing, rather, throughout the year. We have no membership option. You simply come on, you book a flight, there's a 10% booking fee on that flight, and you're on your way. You know, people that are moving, maybe they have a whole boatload of equipment or something like that. They're moving across the state. They just need one flight. They're not going to need it anymore. They put all of their gear and their stuff on board, and they make the flight. 10% is charged to the customer. The rest of the flight revenue is diverted directly to the operator through their payout through Jettly. The other option is a flight-based membership, where you're flying based on your flight needs throughout the year. You're purchasing access to the network for one flight per month, and up to 36 flights per year, rather, under the business program. That gets you access to the network. It's going to get you a member price. It's going to get you limited benefits between that and the Jet Card program, which is the third program, which is the really big differentiator. You simply come on and you book, you arrange a membership that's based on a block hour purchase. If you're flying 50 hours this year, you can purchase a block of 50 hours. That allows you to fly 50 hours of flight time through Jettly's network. The main difference with that program and the other two is there's fixed hourly rates. You're only billed point to point, so there's no positioning fee is what it's called. And for people that don't understand what the positioning fee is, it's, you know, if an aircraft is requested from Teterboro to South Florida but the aircraft is not available in Teterboro, we would have to fly one from Chicago, pick up the customer in Teterboro, fly them down to South Florida, and the flight time from Chicago to Teterboro is going to be charged to the customer, really driving up unpredictable costs. And so one of the biggest benefits of the block hour purchase and block hour membership is predictable billing, point-to-point billing at a fixed, reduced hourly rate. You get onboard catering, it's complimentary, an executive car that takes you to and from the airport on both ends of the trip under this type of program. That's the highest tier that we offer currently, which is more in line with a Jet Card program.
Now, if you enjoyed that video, don't forget to click over here to see the full interview. We've also got playlists on the channel to help you buy or sell your private jet without wasting time or losing money. My name is Tom Lelio, and I'm your Ultimate Jet Guide.